Sorry. Okay, I think I'm live. This comes about an hour, not even an hour, after Alabama's lost to Michigan in the Rose Bowl. As you know, I'm an Alabama fan, so this one sucks. This one sucks. But before I give my thoughts or anything like that, um, there are fireworks still January 1st at night. You would have thought they got them all last night, but whatever. And this is live, so I don't really have a script. I mean, I made my notes in like about 5 minutes, and this is after an immediate loss. And obviously, this camera situation isn't the best, but it's a live video. My immediate thoughts on the game. So, just pain. Pain. I mean, it just hurts in a bad way, I'd say. Um, And like when my Dolphins lose a game, that's different. I'll get mad. I'll cuss and whatever. But this is different. This is just the type that leaves you kind of like speechless. You know what I mean? But congrats to Michigan. Congrats to JJ McCarthy. He had a hell of a game. I know he bumped up his draft stock. Congrats to that Michigan offensive line was amazing. Michigan defense, that secondary with Will Johnson and Mike Sorensky. Sorry for the mispronunciation, probably, but they did a really good job all game long. I mean, I got to give it to them. Michigan played one hell of a ball game. They did for sure. One of my next notes here. I'm really proud of these guys, though. I'm really proud of this Alabama team. Yeah, we came up short, and the goal of every Alabama team is, win the national championship. I mean, that is the standard at Alabama. Anything short of that is a failure. But even with failure, we can learn from that. This Alabama team can learn from that. I'm still proud of these guys. I mean, to overcome the adversity they did earlier in the season, losing to Texas, Milroe getting benched, the USF game being just a disaster, and then to get to this point, beating Georgia, snapping their win streak, winning in the on the Plains at Jordan Hare. I mean, it really was an amazing season, and I'm proud of each and every one of these guys still. This is Nick Saban's longest title drought. That's one of the things that sucks most. He's never went 3 years without winning a title, and this is at Alabama at least, and this will be his third year without a title. Last time we won one was 2020. In 2021, we went to the national title game, lost to Georgia. 2022, we missed the playoffs. And then 23, this year we got there and couldn't get it done, unfortunately. But it really, really sucks to know guys like Dallas Turner, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and then don't quote me on this because I haven't researched this, but I think Terrion Arnold is a junior. I think J.C. Latham is a junior, maybe. But there's several guys from that like 2020, 2021 recruiting class that are just going to go out within a national championship. I really feel bad for the likes of Kool-Aid McKinstry and Dallas Turner because when you come to Bama, championship is the standard, and I really feel bad they couldn't win one. And no excuses for me either. I'm not going to sit here and rant and tell you that it was the refs' fault because it wasn't. I mean, there are games where Alabama doesn't get the refs' side. There's the Tennessee game last year where the refs were horrible, but this was not the case, and I will not make that excuse. The refs were pretty fair to both sides, I think. They sure missed some calls, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the roughing the punter on Burnip, but they missed some calls on Michigan too, so I didn't feel like they made that factor in the game. I felt like they were pretty solid overall, which is shocking. But and I'm not gonna make up here. I'm not gonna get up here and make the obvious excuse that is Michigan's cheaters, which they probably are. But I'm not gonna. I think even without cheating, they probably win this game. They just wanted it more than us. Us. I'm not on the team, but obviously, but I know people hate when other people do that, but figure of speech, guys. I'm not gonna. They wanted it more than Alabama. I'm not gonna say that cheating impacted the game. JJ McCarthy, Jim Harbaugh, they simply wanted it more. And this is such a side note to an already just dysfunctional live, but this year is off to a rough start. I mean, my Dolphins losing yesterday to John Harbaugh, and then my Crimson Tide losing today to Jim Harbaugh. So I really hate the Harbaughs. Can't stand them. It's not a single player's fault either. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you Milrow or this player is the reason we lost. Absolutely not. There were disappointing performances, don't get me wrong. Of course there were. I mean, Seth McLaughlin did not play well at all. I mean, he's not the reason we lost the game. I think we still lose the game with maybe with a Ryan Kelly or Landon Dickerson or any one of those amazing centers. I still think we lose this game, but he played poorly today. And Deontay Lawson also played extremely poorly. He slow on defense, but like I said, Michigan was winning this game either way. Just some bad performances. It happens. I had a terrible feeling about this game all month. All month. I kept seeing people be so confident in Alabama winning this game, and I've been confident in a lot of playoff games before. Playoff versus. Sorry, I'm at a loss. Versus Washington, I felt confident. Versus Oklahoma, confident. Versus Notre Dame, confident. Versus Cincinnati, super confident. This was one I knew it was going to be fight, and it came down to the end. It came down to more than the end. It came down to overtime. Final play, and it just sucks, man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ignore the haters. There's not many people in this live, but I'm sure after I put this up, it'll rack in views, and there'll be, rah rah, Alabama lost. You know what they say: Alabama loses, America wins. We've heard it all before, but I don't care. I'm gonna ignore them. It's whatever it is. I really want to say ugly things to some people, but I'm a better person than that. So, but don't get it wrong. I'm gonna end this live now. This wasn't a very structured video, but I did want to get my very raw reaction post hour after the game. But just know I'd rather be an Alabama fan today losing than I would any other fan base on top. I'll be an Alabama fan to the day I die. And I mean, like I just said a minute ago, to reiterate, I would rather be an Alabama fan right now than any other fan in the country. But with that, peace out. Congratulations to Michigan, and roll tide.